Good morning. Time for breakfast. We're on Galations chapter 3. O senseless Galatians, who has put you under a spell not to obey the truth, before whose eyes Yeshua Messiah was clearly portrayed among you as impaled? This only I wish to learn from you. Did you receive the Spirit by works of Torah, or by the hearing of belief? Are you so senseless? Having begun in the Spirit, do you now end in the flesh? Have you suffered so much in vain, if indeed in vain? Is he then who is supplying the Spirit to you and working miracles among you, doing it by works of Torah or by hearing of belief? Even so, Abraham did believe Elohim, and it was reckoned unto him as righteousness. Know then that those who are of belief are sons of Abraham. And the scripture, having foreseen that Elohim would declare right the nations by belief, announced the good news to Abraham beforehand, saying, All the nations shall be blessed in you. So that those who are of belief are blessed with Abraham the believer. For as many as are of works of Torah are under the curse, for it has been written, Cursed is everyone who does not continue in all that has been written in the book of the Torah to do them, and that no one is declared right by Torah before Elohim is clear, for the righteous shall live by belief. And the Torah is not of belief, but the man who does them shall live by them. Messiah redeemed us from the curse of the Torah, having become a curse for us, for it has been written, Cursed is everyone who hangs upon a tree. In order that the blessing of Abraham might come upon the nations in Messiah Yeshua, to receive the promise of the Spirit through belief. Brothers, as a man I say it, a covenant, even though it is man's, yet if it is confirmed, no one sets it aside or adds to it. But the promises were spoken to Abraham and to his seed. He does not say, and to your seeds, as of many, but as of one, and to your seed, who is Messiah. Now this I say, Torah that came 430 years later does not annul a covenant previously confirmed by Elohim and Messiah, so as to do away with the promise. For if the inheritance is by Torah, it is no longer by promise, but Elohim gave it to Abraham through a promise. Why then the Torah? It was added because of transgressions, until the seed should come, to whom the promise was made. And it was ordained through messengers in the hand of a mediator. The mediator, however, is not of one, but Elohim is one. Is the Torah then against the promises of Elohim? Let it not be. For if the Torah had been given that was able to make alive truly righteousness would have been by Torah. But the scripture has shut up all mankind under sin, that the promise by belief in Yeshua Messiah might be given to those who believe. But before belief came, we were being guarded under Torah, having been shut up for the belief being about to be revealed. Therefore the Torah became our trainer unto Messiah, in order to be declared right by belief. And after belief has come, we are no longer under the trainer. For you are all sons of Elohim through belief in Messiah Yeshua. For as many of you as were immersed into Messiah have put on Messiah. There is not Yehudi nor Greek. There is not slave nor free, there is not male and female, for you are all one in Messiah Yeshua. And if you are of Messiah, then you are seed of Abraham and heirs according to promise. And I say, for as long as the heir is a child, he is no different from a slave, though he is a master of all, but is under guardians and trustees till the time prearranged by the Father. So we also, when we were children, were under the elementary matters of the world, being enslaved. But when the completion of the time came, Elohim set forth his Son, born of a woman born under Torah, to redeem those who were under Torah, in order to receive the adoption as sons. And because you are sons, Elohim has set forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. So you are no longer a slave, but a son, and if a son, also an heir of Elohim through Messiah. But then indeed, not knowing Elohim, you served those which by nature are not mighty ones. And now, after you have known Elohim, or rather are known by Elohim, how do you turn again to the weak and poor? Elementary matters, to which you wish to be enslaved again? You closely observe days and months and season and years. I fear for you, lest by any means I have labored for you in vain. Brothers, I beg you to become as I am, because I am as you are. You did not wrong me at all. But you know that through weakness of flesh I brought the good news to you before. And my trial, which was in my flesh, you did not despise or reject, but you received me as a messenger of Elohim, as Messiah Yeshua. What then was your blessedness? For I bear you witness that if possible, you would have plucked out your own eyes and given them to me. So then I have become your enemy, speaking truth to you. They are ardent toward you, for no good, but they wish to shut you out, that you might be ardent toward them. And it is good always to be ardent in what is good, and not only when I am present with you. My children, my little children, for whom I am again in birth pains, until Messiah is formed in you. Even now I wish to be present with you now, and to change my voice, for I have doubts about you. Say to me, you who wish to be under Torah, do you not hear the Torah? For it has been written that Abraham had 2 sons, one by a female servant, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the female servant was born according to the flesh, and he of the free woman through promise. This is allegorical, for these are the 2 covenants, one indeed from Mount Sinai, which brings forth slavery, which is Hagar. For this Hagar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, and corresponds to Yerushalayim, which now is and is in slavery with her children. But the Yerushalayim above is free, which is the matter of us all. For it has been written, Rejoice, O barren, you who do not bear. Break forth and shout, you who do not have the birth pains. For the deserted one has many more children than she who has a husband. And we, brothers, as Yitzhak was, are children of promise. But as he who was born according to the flesh, then persecuted him, born according to the Spirit, so also now. What does the Scripture say? Cast out the female servant and her son, for the son of the female servant shall by no means be heir with the son of the free woman. Therefore, brothers, we are not children of the female servant, but of the free woman.